Hey, this is Naltzer, and this is the Tier 6 Premium French battleship, Dunkirk. He has 52,600 health, a top speed of 29.5 knots, 8 330mm guns, 16 secondary guns, a surface detect of 14.1 kilometers, and 41 AA defense rating. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift. For my commander, preventative maintenance, expert marksman, basic firing training, and concealment. We are on the map, Fault Line, and it's the Dunkirk. I'm working on my French commander. French cursors, French cursors, French cursors. Now, the Dunkirk is a very weird duckling. Forward mounted guns, and what's a nice way to put this? The AP leaves something to be desired. You know, success, damage, kills. So you might be wondering, why, Naltzer, are you using HE? Well, yeah, the gun is not very good with AP. So I've been employing HE, trying to set the target on fire, force out damage control, that sort of thing, and that's what we're going to try and do this game. So the team has sort of deployed mostly west, a little bit in the center, and a touch in the east. And I decided to try and go after any ship that might show their side too much and be able to set them on fire. This enemy Gneisenau is in the center, and a friendly Pensacola is dealing with it actively, and I'm just trying to do damage to him and keep the Pensacola alive as long as possible. But I'm not going to be able to do as much damage as I would like, because the ship AP is garbage. So I really have to rely on HE in most situations where the angle isn't ideal and a million other reasons. But we're doing all right. I also recognize that there's an enemy destroyer. There's an enemy destroyer somewhere last known position at A point, so there could be a guy out there. But I'm not 100%. I can't really allow him to exist and not fire my gun at someone else, and we do 4,000 to 5,000, and you're like, well, not sir, if you would just use AP, everything would be working. It overpins, it doesn't do any damage, it disperses every which way but the target you want. Of course, the Ernst shows himself cowboy, and friendlies Hataru, Gnevny need to engage him, need to take him out. But it looks like they're going to torpedo each other, and it's not good. I need to avoid, of course, the torpedoes he sent. But I also want to make sure he dies in the Hataru. Don't know if he got him, but we got him. Wow, why is it hitchy right there? That's weird. Huh, whatever. So, moving forward, there's an enemy Leander, maybe? Trying to capture A point. Hataru's there. Probably not ideal to move forward. It is dangerous because, I mean, look at how many enemies are over here. But I can't pass up the chance to kill him. So, I fire. Of course, someone sent torpedoes. Gonna hit me in the nose. No torpedo belt protection. 100% flood. Gonna force out damage control, and I want to try and kill Leander, so I switch to AP, expecting him to show his side, but he doesn't really want to. He wants to run away. I don't blame him. Lots of friendlies around the area. And my guns, they just won't rearm. Looks like he's going to have the benefit of the island to block some of the shots. I'm just trying to elevate. Please hit him. Look at the dispersion. It's just 4 shells overpinned. 4 shells overpinned. And, of course, we run into the Gnevny. Yeah, this is the game. I'm pink. Yeah. So if anyone doesn't know, anyone has ever experienced pink, you have to play 5 games without doing any damage friendly. I just voided this game. I can no longer benefit from this game, so I have to play another game. And of course, we've got a friendly who has to take his frustrations out on me, and I really appreciate people who shoot without any knowledge of what's going on whatsoever. It makes me so happy to see that. But whatever. He's beneath me. That sort of play is beneath me. I will not stoop to his level. I'm going to try and engage the Gneisenau, who has broken through all the way to the base. I don't know why the Nagato wasn't interested in engaging him. I don't know. I've gone to A and I've pulled back, and it doesn't really seem like the Gneisen has met with anyone to stop him. And it's really annoying. It's really annoying to see your team completely ignore a major objective and act like, oh, someone else will deal with it. You've ever dealt with that sort of mentality? Oh, don't worry, someone else will deal with the problem. Yeah, I'm usually the solution to people who act like that. I don't really like it. Someone has to take care of Captain Solo. And I guess I'm the only one who wants to do that. Friendly Nagato is firing on him, but he is also moving off. If we both work together, we could probably take him out. I need to be a little bit careful. The Gneisenau does have torpedoes, 6-kilometer ranges, and I expect that that's exactly what he wants to use. So I'm not going to move forward too fast. I am going to try and turn back, especially when he's not like, oh, that dispersion. Telling you, the French, I don't know what you did with your accuracy, but it sucks. The gun accuracy is awful. And yeah, he definitely intends to torpedo me. And the Nagato's gone. The Gnevny's behind me, not firing his gun. Of course, why would he? He wants to be hidden. The Gneisenau's guns, look at how they're moved forward of my position. That is clearly using torpedoes to lead the target. We've set him on fire, going to force out damage control if he has it available. And thankfully we missed. Well, at least he missed. But there are torpedoes in the water. And I need to try and run away. But there's also an island in front of me. So here's a mistake by me. I was trying to angle, but then I noticed, oh, the torpedoes are there. I need to pull back. Well, I would have been fine if I would have just kept going. And yeah, AP finally. AP close range. But by the time I actually turned back, I'm going to run into the island. I am too close. There's nothing I could do. And I do expect him to send more torpedoes. Because I think he said his port side, and now he's on starboard, of course. So, any second now, we're going to see torpedoes show up, and I'm trying to angle away, rotate the guns. It's very awkward, of course, when you fail like me and pull an Otzer. Team is completely dead over by A point, and yep, here they come. But thankfully they missed. Thankfully, we're not going to take any torpedo damage. But we've got to sort of compensate for our team on the west. So we've got a couple of enemy battleships, a Gneisenau, Arizona, a Warspite, also a Leander. I've got HE loaded. Keep HE loaded. Only fire AP if the target is perfectly broadside and you're fairly close. It's sort of like a shotgun at the front of this ship. But I've got to be as safe as I can. Friendly Nagato's just doing his own thing. I really appreciate that, yeah. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Teammates are capturing at least the destroyers. They're capturing bases. That's good. If we can try and stall these guys out and avoid taking damage, angle the target, we should be able to maybe get damage on the Arizona, take him out. But I don't want to die. There's 4 enemy ships in front of me. And I need to maintain good angle. I also need to trade effectively. I need to try and hope that my team does a good enough job to whittle them down so I can be more effective. I am not going over to A point at all. I'm going to try and rush towards the island, limit the number of seconds I am actually broadside. And we set the Gneisenau on fire. That's 2 fires, so he's probably going to put them out. But I'm going to use the island to block the shots that the enemy intends to use against me. And now I'm in a different position. Now I can decide, do I want to rotate around the island? Do I want to address them one at a time, if possible? Do I want to try and stall them by just staying on this island and hope that my teammates can do flank torpedoes or flank damage? I'm not really into stalling, slowing down the game. I want to keep the tempo up, use that to my advantage. So we're going to try and pick on 1 or 2 ships that stay behind. The Arizona and the Warspite are very slow. Gneisenau is about a 30-knot ship. He can rotate very quickly. He can keep up with me. The Leander, unspotted, have no idea where he is, how low he is, until just now, and he's all right. We lose the friendly Gnevny, and we have 2 bases to 1. The entire enemy is on this flank, though. They have a focus. They can work together, take out a target. I am just going to limit the target. Maybe Leander. Leander seems to be going this way. I haven't been detected. Nobody on the enemy team apparently has aircraft, which is beneficial, of course. And yeah, we can address just him and only one. Could fire my HE. Can switch to AP. Did 6,000. Okay, not bad. Keep the island in between me and the 3 battleships. Double check where my teammate is. It doesn't really matter at this point. Looks like the Leander might actually run into the island. So he's going to pop his smoke. He's going to try. I don't know why he's keep moving forward. He should have popped his smoke and hidden it. And yeah, just double check. You never know. You never know. And now he has a very limited target. And for whatever reason, I went back to HE. I don't know why. Maybe I pressed the wrong button. Either way, we set him on fire. The fire's going to stick. It's going to kill him very slowly, of course. Teammates should probably just shoot him and get the kill secured through. We all know that's going to happen. Farragut, you're going to take a torpedo. That's just great. Is he going to survive the torpedo? Nope. 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 There's always a threat that maybe if you put yourself in between your target and maybe his target, so that Leander is targeting me, he could just be a casualty of the flank, the possibility. We lose the friendly Nagato. Not a big surprise, honestly, based on the way he was playing. And it's just not looking good. Need the Hatsuharu to make a play. I need to make a play. We're going to try and engage the Gneisenau now. And I tried to stop, but it was just too late. I was already going through. So we're going to engage the Gneisenau now, keep the others behind islands, try and kill the Gneisen, angle, of course, for the inevitable AP, and he's firing HE. Now, I don't know if he's fired HE before at me, but maybe he recognizes that his AP just wasn't cutting it against me in the angling that I was presenting. That would be reasonable. That's the reason I'm firing HE. My AP's just not going to cut it, and it seems that that particular part of the ship has absorbed a lot of damage. So he does set me on fire. I put the fire out. I'm going to turn towards the island, go to A, not going to cap A, and I'm going to try and drag him quickly around me. That's what it appears that he wants to do. He wants to kill me. Because he's so much faster than the Arizona and the Warspite, he's going to outrun supporting them. And I can get behind them, because I'm very quick, take out the Arizona, possibly take out the Warspite, and leave the Gneisen going around the island. That was what I envisioned in this plan. The Gneisen possibly expects me to just pause at A point. But I'm not going to do that. I don't want him going after me. It makes sense, right? Massive island, 2 ships are pretty slow, the 3rd ship is far too fast, and he's probably not going to recognize it like he should. And that's just either not aware of your teammate's speed, maybe a little bit of a bloodlust going after me. You know, he's so low, I want to kill him. But he really should have just stuck with his team. Yes, it sucks. Yes, it's moving slow, but now the Arizona is isolated, and the Gneisen cannot engage me. And yes, they know where I am, obviously. Nobody's using aircraft, but we all know where I am. And no, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. In the Arizona, it looks like maybe it's been communicated. He's coming around, go after him. So I am presenting a little bit too much side for that contingency, and of course, he's going to get a Citadel. Big mistake by me. I should have rounded the corner a little bit tighter, and obviously I have the turrets in the front. Why not? Why didn't you do that? I don't know why I didn't do it. I was just so afraid that the Gneisenau was going to catch up to me. Friendly Hatsuharu hits a huge torpedo. Huge torpedo. We had to get that kill. And I still don't see the Gneisen. Nobody's capturing A. We hit a part of the ship that fully absorbs it. I expect the Arizona to ram me. I would ram myself. That is probably the best play he could make. But he doesn't decide to do that. And my secondaries are actually setting him on fire, which is awesome. So we're just going to joust him a little bit. Guns, we're not going to get in position. He tries to joust me a little bit, looks like, and I don't know where the hell that shell went, but it arced way high. And look, yeah, the Gneisen's, he's still blocking line of sight. So I'm just going to try and get a little bit of a cheeky shot on this guy. I don't want to present too much. The AP he's already done to me is way too much. And yep, the AP is absorbed by the side of the ship. Got to change just a little bit. Gneisen's trying to catch up. We set him on fire. This should be the kill shot. It is the kill shot. Enemy Gneisen now is now here. Angle, 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 angle. Of course, he's firing HE. Gosh. And you know, at the time, you're like, oh, this guy's a scrub. He's probably just really frustrated with my angling. He just wants to set me on fire. The Dunkirk burns. Burns like, you know, the worst burning ship I've seen. So he's probably just like, just get done with it. I'm done with you. And we set the front on fire, which is good. Hatsuharu is coming. We have a chance to win until he sets me on fire. Yep, we're gonna die. We are so dead. He fires the last of his HE, and of course, we're dead. We're dead. There's nothing we can do. So I'm gonna try and fire before I die, but nope, can't do that. It's all on the Hatsuharu. And all he has to do is run away for 1 minute and 20 seconds. That's all he has to do. Now, he's in range of the Gneisen. If he can move away, then obviously he's not in range and he can be safe. But he's just booking it, right? He's booking it. And I'm not even aware of exactly what's going on. I'm just, just run. Just avoid him. That's all you have to do. But look where he's running to. He's running directly into the island. And I think it's probably my fault. Because I tell him he knows what he's doing, but now he's stuck. Now the Gneisen can easily kill him. Gneisen is going to have AP loaded. He's going to just... Wait a minute. The Gneisen still has HE loaded, and he missed. It's probably reasonable that he would miss with the Gneisen, honestly, with only 4 guns, but he's got to fire AP at a destroyer. Why fire AP at a destroyer? Because... yes, when it overpins, it does basically the same damage as HE, doesn't set the target on fire. But if it doesn't overpin, and it does a regular penetration, it will actually outdamage HE. And that's his mistake. He kept HE loaded. If he would have switched to AP, he might have gotten one of the shells to stick in the ship and kill him. And that's just a bad play. That's just a mistake. Obviously, you're not presented with this all the time, but that would have been the difference. If one of the AP shells would have stuck, would have easily covered that 2,000 hit points on him. But we got 2 kills. 111,000 points of damage done, 15 fires. The Dunkirk is just a weird duckling. Its AP is just really bad. It's sort of shotgunny dispersion. You got to be close to the target to really justify it. But the Hatsuharu did a good job. Glad for the Hatsuharu. He definitely won the game with that torpedo strike, I felt like. And I assisted in stalling the game out, so we could win the game. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Dunkirk in action. I hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.